Charles Darwin's old school. It fell down, the prisoners could escape. It was also mixed, so there's lots of naughty hanky-pankies, not really children, just the one. So they built this one. Now originally we had Georgian cells underground, so where you're standing above the original cells. Now they were mixed at this point. You had men, women and children, rapists and murderers, all in together, depending if they were poor or they were rich. If you were poor, you went to one side. If you were a bit more wealthy, you went to the other side. Cockroaches, you're underground, there was no sanitation. The air was dank and damp, the river is just there if you don't know. Ooh, you're on that side. And so you can see how many deaths we had. And also we had babies born and died. But anyway, the Victorians rebuilt it and we started again. So this was all knocked down and it took 10 years to rebuild by prisoners. And I want you to turn and look at that lovely flat roof with the 2 metal holes, because this is where we did our public hangings. We hanged officially 72, although I'll leave there here. Please move it on yes if you are. Oh, there you go, short. Yeah. Come on, muscles. Spin it round again, because our shawl is going really it's like drilling it into the ground. A bit faster and then take it into the middle. And then we just ask for it to come through. It doesn't always. You have to trust each other, you're not moving it. Take it into the middle. And make sure that Sean isn't pressing too hard. It's a very heavy boy. He doesn't even have to be beneath. Right, into the middle, guys. Now ask questions. Spirit, are you here, please? Please, could you come forward and move the board? We have some interesting people on the board. Can you feel anything? Does it quiver? I can't. You might start it. I don't want to. Start. Spirit, are you there? Is that an initial? Good, thank you. Sarah, is that you? You feel anything at all? This is just a demonstration. We're going to close it up very shortly. If anyone else wants to go, you're very welcome. You guys hear anything at all? No, it's fine. I'm going to take the beers. That's good enough. Right, so actually, because we've got other things to do, we are going to close the door. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 and let go. And tip it over.
There. 2 in there. 3. 3 orbs. So I've just had 3 orbs. 4, 5. Fives. So that's when you connect your phone to the car and then use it from your phone. Anyone like to make contact? Show yourself.
She's actually in cell 3 up on the 2s. Not right now, well, she could be. But that is her cell. She's been seen numerous times in that cell. Also, she's pushed my colleague out of the cell because my colleague loves to wind people up and she was hiding in that cell to jump scare everyone and got a good old push out. Also, we have our children. So mainly Frankie and William, they're actually known to play around in here, sing. They actually play with the cat balls and that we put in. We'll put toys in at night and have it in a different place in the morning. And William, sorry, has actually been sitting on the third step up. I've got a photo of his shadow, but also he's been seen by officers who work here as well as our staff. Our cleaner Dennis, he was just cleaning up before we closed, heard children laughing and playing and singing. Then went down panicked, tried to tell everyone not to lock up because there were still people on site. And then my favourite is Larry. Have you heard of Larry?
Yeah.
I mean, he could be obviously.
Could be.
Loves to grab things. So Larry, in the 20s, the women got shipped out because they opened up independent women prisons, and this became an all-male prison. First, this wing was something called the Borstal system, so you got your YOs, your young offenders, and then it became something called the VP wing. So your vulnerable people as such, so you would have your pedophiles, your rapists, your officers, whatever it may be, they'll be on this wing. A lot of people do get the wrong idea, they're just off topic. We don't put them in this wing to have a great time, entirely for their safety and to live a life of luxury. It's actually more so for our safety, because if we put them on A wing with a gen block, this is where you get a lot of violence, a lot of fights break out, regardless of who's fighting or who's getting beaten up. We have to go for ourselves in the middle of that. So if we can live in the violence in prison, we will do. So we will separate these people, partially to protect them, but also to protect us as well. Because the less violence we can have on the wings, the safer it is for us officers. So when it was a VP wing, we had Larry, good old Larry. He was a rapist. He tried to murder his partner. He got thrown in here. His cell is cell 10 up on the 2s, and he was just a violent thug when he was in the prison, to the point where they were going to ship him out, move him to somewhere different, people that could just cope with him. This was in the 70s, and he decided he didn't want to move. He worked in the kitchen at the time, he was the butcher in the kitchen, and that is the restaurant now if you come during the day. And he got wind that they were actually shipping his stuff out, packing it up. So he went into the back of the kitchen. If you go in the daytime, in the back left-hand side of the restaurant, there is a cubby hole. And he went in that cubby hole and he slit his throat. Ever since then, he has thrown God knows how many tantrums in that kitchen. He throws stuff around. He's a great pain in the butt, really. Also, we've had a guest when we did our proper ghost tours that caught a video of him walking around the kitchen. There was only 2 ways to get into the kitchen. Both of them were locked. There was no one in there. But he's also likes to grab the women. What he did is, when he was alive, he's still trying to do today. He likes to grab the women, he likes to scratch them, etc., etc. He's been behaving just lately, actually. But yeah, if you guys want to have a little walk around, a little venture around Sea Wing, go in Larry's cell, cell 10, up on the 2nd floor. Also, the Grey Lady cell, cell 3. The children do tend to hide in the showers a lot more, especially when Larry is out and about. So if you want to they're in the showers, okay? I'm not going to say it. But we get good all photos there. Need I say more? But yeah, have a look around. Cell 7 as well, that light keeps coming on. We have turned it off, it is on again now. There's a lot of activity that goes on in there. We get the radio turning on, it plays 1950s music. The light flashes, the door slams, but we don't know why we're still investigating it. But if you guys want to have a wander around, you're more than welcome to for 10 minutes. You want to have a look around?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. I think we're the last. execution room, this is.
That's their bedroom, it tells you all about. The condemned is in there. The old one. This is where the bodies
Have we got everyone? Have you guys multiplied since I last saw you? Honestly. And we did 10 executions in this room. Before then, up until. And then they'll wheel him through into our morgue, which is now our gift shop. It's lovely. Although there's no activity in there, funnily enough. If anything, we get a lot of walking up there, which we believe is George. A lot of footsteps, chairs move, etc., etc. That is actually now the end of your tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. I hope that some of the jump scares weren't too much for you, although I just get smacked in the face by a dummy. I've had worse. I'm joking.
Don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Not again. If you did enjoy it, please.
GhostTube Seer on Sea Wing.